What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. And this is the one, if you guys haven't heard, we did get hunted by the Red Line. This is the same clan that was using some of those epic memorable wars. Unfortunately, some modders have got a hold of it, and that's just how they're going to use it. So kind of ruined the name of that clan, but whatever. This was a bunch of modders that are sort of leftovers, holdovers, getting it together to hunt us. Brought in burner accounts, the whole thing. At one point they had 17 burner accounts in the clan and only managed to beat us by 3 stars. Did not even 3-star all of our bases. They built in a nice little padding for themselves. They had 5 Town Hall 11s and a 10.5, and we had 4 Town Hall 11s. So had an advantage, had 17 burner accounts, and managed to win by a just huge margin of 3 stars. If they're not embarrassed, it's just because they're too stupid to be embarrassed. They should be. Our 9s did an awesome job. Cleared theirs with scout attacks left over, and their 9s had to have 4 or 5 dip attacks from their 10s and 11s to clear all our 9s. It was actually just quite a funny war. I had a good time. I think these guys think that that these hunts bother us, or that they bothered me personally. It was actually a nice little break from the crazy farming wars that we have been having the last few wars. So it was, it was nice to see our guys rise to such an occasion of such a disadvantage and perform so well. So I'm really proud of everybody from OneHive. Good job. Let's see. Check out some attacks here. Whoopee almost 3-starring their top base. An anti-3 Town Hall 11. So really cool attack. Obviously it's a bowler attack, but still, just getting that close, just getting that close to a 3-star is, something that's a step in the right direction. So pretty cool. Drops in the bowlers here with the healers on there. Just let them create the funnel here, clear out some trash out of the way, and then up top going in with a golem out of the CC. Some wizards up there creating that part of the funnel. And then obviously he's going to bring his main force and his heavy attack right here. Queen goes down, Warden's going down. Here in just a minute, you'll see the jump. There it is. More bowlers. King's going to come in. Everything just going right up the middle now, trying to funnel them in. The CC has got a lava hound and a balloon in it, which helps some because that's pretty bad defensive CC for a mass attack like that. Coming in from the top, he should have already dropped that poison on that balloon. Doesn't have it quite down yet. That might have made the difference. Who knows? But really keeping them raged up, keeping those jump spells down, letting them move through the base really quickly. The queen does wrap around. Doesn't turn out to be a terrible thing, but probably would have been better had she been in the middle. Again, Keeler's still on the bowlers, keeping them up, keeping them moving. That second jump, they didn't really take it that well. Everything sort of went opposite direction, so that kind of stinks. Probably would have been better used a little bit further up there towards that mass group of bowlers right there. But hey, not the end of the world. King's getting low. Again, that balloon's still chasing them around. He needs to drop that poison on it because it's starting to drop. There it goes. Finally comes down. Bowlers on the left. Still have a group of healers on there, so they're still looking pretty good. The queen's coming around. She has not taken hardly any damage yet, so that's good. But unfortunately, like I said, everything sort of went to the sides. Did not go to this last Inferno Tower. When you got a level 4 Inferno Tower sort of hanging out there, that's sort of the kiss of death. They've got to take that out, at least semi-early. The queen's on the outside. She can't reach it. Has she been on the inside with the warden? Maybe. But now she's locked onto this lava hound. It explodes, and that's just sort of the beginning of the end. All of those go down, but again, the queen not being able to get to that Inferno Tower, to these point defense, just bad luck that she didn't go into the base. Might have had a chance had she done it, but very nice attack by Whoopi. All right, moving on to the Town Hall 9 action. Let's see. Megan Mo Money. Going in here with a very nice attack. I know I said this. Maybe you guys get tired of hearing me say the same thing over and over, but I want to sort of point out what I'm talking about. As people continually spread these bases out, pull these Inferno Towers out, pull those air defenses out, trying to defend against these ground attacks, you're going to see people like Megan Mo Money that were already good at air Town Hall 10 3-stars before Valks got popular, before they got buffed and all that stuff. Go back to it because it's too simple. You would never have seen a base like this, 6 months ago at Town Hall 10. This would be a super easy base to 3-star for these guys that did this stuff. So they're just going back to it, saying, okay, I can 3-star this. I used to do it all the time on bad base designs like this. It's not bad for a ground attack, but it's bad for an air attack. So comes in, queen, golem, king, jump spell, rage spell, a few Valks in there just to get this Inferno Tower taken care of. You see she's going to get 2 air defenses taken care of. I mean, that's big. That is huge for, you remember the old days of all air attacks. I mean, if you could get that, you pretty much had it. And these guys have not forgotten how to do these attacks. They just haven't done them much lately because they haven't had to. But here it comes. Lava Hounds, balloons coming in. Excellent deployment. Getting all those outside defenses taken care of. Dropping down these haste spells. Keeping them moving. There's a nice heal spell actually on those balloons up top by that wizard tower, keeping those guys healthy. And then everything's going to start closing in on this inferno tower. Obviously, that's the goal. That's where she wants to get to. That last air defense on the bottom just got a lava hound sent in right there on top of it. And now all those balloons cutting through the middle there, hasted up. Going to get on top of that inferno tower. One good bomb drop there. One more crash maybe to do it. It's very, very close. And kaboom, it's gone. There you go. That's pretty much that. Still has that lava hound up, still tanking right there. So that's going to protect the few balloons she has left. We'll fast forward ×2 here. Exposed down. Again, these things are constantly evolving to try to defend against these ground attacks, leaving it wide open for a beautiful attack like this. One more defense to worry about. This wizard tower. That black bomb actually really getting close to taking out that last lava hound. Would have been nice to have those extra pups, but not completely needed. A few pups that are there doing some nice cleanup. Has that 1 or 2 troops on the outside, and that is going to be a 3-star for Megan. Beautiful attack by Megan. All right, there we go. Let's see, one more Town Hall 10, and then we'll look at some Town Hall 9 action. Not, unfortunately, about half or more actually of our 3-stars got wiped with the random maintenance break that I wasn't expecting. So that's unfortunate. I actually lost a lot of good replays at my patron clan as well. I was going over there to do a recap and just got wiped out, so it kind of stinks, but it's part of it. But here we got Chris coming in, taking out their number 10 and doing it with the ground attack here. A couple baby dragons on the outside there, actually one baby dragon on the outside. Creating a funnel, just taking out some of these trash buildings that are easy to take out on the outside. Got the queen down, has the healers on the queen there. Siege troops coming out, dropping the poison onto that. That's going to take them care of that. It's a golem, so it's going to take a little time, but she's really only got a couple point defense on her. She's fine right here, no real danger. You'll see the timer on here. It's under 2 minutes right here, and it's really just getting started. So a pretty quick attack once everything gets rolling. Golem is into Golemites, I believe, already there. Yeah, there goes the second Golemite. So now the queen gets his point defense down. She'll start getting healed back up a little bit. Now she only has 1 point defense on her, so that's good. Wants to be careful because when she gets into range of this Inferno Tower, obviously that's going to slow down the heals until she pops that ability. So we'll see what happens here. Chris just taking out that air defense and stepping up. Here it is. The queen is being engaged by that Inferno Tower, but pops the ability that should give the healers just enough time to get that queen healed back up. There's a beautiful freeze right as that Inferno Tower was about to target the queen again. Her ability was wearing off, takes it out. So that was just great timing and great spell usage right there by Chris. Awesome job, man. Then the king, the Valk, everything coming in the right side here. The queen is sort of landlocked, so she's going to start working through some of these high-level walls, which will take some time, but she's not taking much damage, so that's good. Valks and everything closing in on that Inferno Tower. It goes down really quick, taking out some giant bombs as well. And the queen, as the hogs start coming in from the top side, really nice deployment there. They're working their way through. They're sort of walking around this core, which has a little bit of a threat with those Teslas. But, the giant bombs are what he's really worried about, and his hogs are not getting onto those. The king, the Valk's still doing some tanking there. The king gets into the core with that jump spell, takes out those Teslas, and the queen over here on the right side, she's going to deal with this archer tower that's left. Now the hogs are able to close in on these last few defenses. No heal spells here, but with the Valks, the hogs, everything on those, just one little group of defenses, and the queen with the healers still up. No way this is not going to be a 3-star. Beautiful attack by Chris. Absolutely picked that base apart. I love it. Wizards in the backside there, and that last defense going down. There it is, 3-star for our boy Chris. Nicely done. All right, a couple again, and we lost the majority actually of our Town Hall 9 3-stars because they cleaned those up so quickly. But we've got a few. So we're going to check out a couple, and then we will call this one a day. LB doing it in the air against this strange-looking base. Got dead space zone in the middle. All 3 air defenses on on the left side there, and then 1 on the right. So taking advantage of it in the air attack. Let's see, where does he come in on this one? I'm trying to remember. Fast forward, he's taking his time here. All right, here we go. Queen's down. Obviously going to be a queen walk, so we got the queen with some wizards starting to create some of the funnel there, and the healers dropping in on the queen there. So now she's looking good. Wizard is not being targeted, so that's good. I'm going to start taking out some of those storages, but the queen is already going the direction he wants, so all is well. Goes ahead and pops the ability. There's a lot of point defense on it right there, and knowing that he's going to have to, that the queen's going to need it, not need her ability for the CC troops because it's a golem. He went ahead and popped it there. Went ahead and dropped the rage on this at this point. The queen is still tanking a tremendous amount of point defense, and I think even the queen is on her right here. So a lot of damage coming there. Good job by LB keeping her up, using the ability, using the rage spell on the queen and the healers. Now she's cleared everything out. The queen's dead. CC troops are dead. She's in good shape here, so all is well. Queen's still taking out defenses, helping out. The king's in there taking out some skeleton traps, whatnot. And here in just a minute, he is going to start in with his air attack right here. Even though there's only took out one air defense on the backside because he's got all of his lava hounds coming through, and he can just send them right through in a line like that. He really doesn't need any more. He knows that these balloons are going to take these defenses out really quickly, and everything is going to be tanked for the balloons. The balloons are not taking any damage here because everything's so close to those air defenses there. So it's kind of this base's downfall. Nice exploitation by LB. You see these balloons starting to close in down to this last lava hound, but he goes ahead and rages them up down to one air defense. Right here, there is a lot of bombs coming in. They do trigger onto that lava hound to take it out. But here, the queen has finally gotten into that dead space zone with the Teslas. And now it's just a matter of the balloons versus that one air defense because the queen can handle the rest. Last few balloons going down. Knows that air defense is toast. Not many pups left, but really doesn't need many. He's got a good spread on what he's got out there. The queen taking out these last few defenses. And that is going to be a 3-star for LB. Beautiful job. Just took that base apart. Again, wizard up top, queen and everything, balloons down low, so no problem on the cleanup. Good job, buddy. All right, one more for you guys, and we will call this a day. Let's see, let's go down a couple here to Asterix, taking on number 18. This one, you're going to get to see a nice HBHG or whatever, HGHB, however you want to say it. The new style attack. I'll show one in because people have been asking me a lot about it. And guys, it's legit. It's a really effective attack against a lot of different style bases. I don't think it's like the miracle attack that a lot of people are claiming it is. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but people will figure out. Base design will catch up. It always does. It's a cat and mouse game right now. This is very strong. People will figure out something that trips this attack up and deal with it that way. Plus, there's probably a bowler nerf coming at some point. I mean, it's not imminent. I'm not saying that. I don't think that. But surely they're going to realize that something's got to happen on these spam attacks. This is not a spam attack, by the way. I don't look at this as a spam attack. This is actually a pretty well executed attack. But I think something will come eventually. I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow or next week or even next month, but I think eventually they'll tweak it. So we'll see. Poison for the CC troops coming out. The queen's already down. You see the bowlers going in here. The king's going in. Giants are out front doing a lot of the tanking, and the healers, they peel off really nicely because the queen's not taking any damage, so they peel off real nice. They get onto either the bowlers or the giants. It really doesn't kind of matter as long as the healers are on whatever's taking the most damage. That keeps everything moving forward. They beat through this wall here. Kind of unfortunate that they went to the right. Had they made it to that core wall first, would have been better. Those bowlers would have been a lot more effective, but it's not the end of the world. They all sort of stick together. That's the most important thing. A few hogs there going in, a few wizards for cleanup. Already the Tesla farm popping, which is actually pretty nice. They get in there, take all that out with ease. I mean, when a group like that gets in there, the Tesla farm means nothing. It's just giving up, basically. And then from there, once they get through this next little section here, it's just going to be about the hogs coming through on the backside. He does still have 2 heal spells. He's got a lot of hogs to deploy, still 8 hogs left. All of these other troops are just going to roam around the outside of this base. It just sort of is what it is. Take them a while, but they are still healthy and they are still moving. There's the first heal spell for those hogs on that giant bomb. He's got one more he can deploy here, but just going to let them start moving through, see how far they can get. Really doesn't need a heal spell for his bowlers and king and queen and all that. I mean, they're fine. They got the healers on them, so he can go ahead and use that last heal spell on these hogs, which he does right here. Puts it down. The giants are moving their way through. They actually got a healer on them as well, so they're cutting through and doing a little bit of tanking for the hogs. That was nice. And now we'll fast forward ×2 as they just close in on these last few defenses. Hogs start dwindling, but again, he's got this mass of bowlers, archers, bowlers, wizards, king, queen, healers, all of that coming through, which is not going to be stopped. And the 3-star is going to go down here in just a moment. Very nicely done by Asterix. All right, that will do it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the attacks from this war. Hopefully, have a nice range war this weekend. Probably will stream. I had a stream today or yesterday. If you guys didn't catch it. It was a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to streaming and hanging out with you guys again. Before we go there, let's do the quick patron shout out today. Patron shout out today goes to Oregon Heavy. So thank you so much for your support, man. Really do appreciate it, as I do all my patrons. Until next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.